journey, quite frankly, has not been an easy one. He is without question one of the most stubborn individuals I have come across. He is outspoken, to say the least. And he has at times exasperated me and caused me great angst and many sleepless nights. You see, this particular student in many ways was like a younger, more talented version of myself. He has a higher work ethic combined with a drive to excel, as well as the intellect to match. However, he, much like myself, has needed to learn to harness his emotions in order to become the leader that I know he is and will continue to be in the future. During his time here at CBC, while he was busy turning my hair gray, he also served on the CBC Club Council. He was instrumental in helping to organize fundraisers for the club and philanthropic activities that help provide food for the CBC Food Pantry and the Tri-Cities Food Banks. Recently, he was also selected and completed the Guided Pathways Ideal Fellowship, which helped to create programs that advance racial, social, and economic justice for our communities. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Marcus Mendez.
Thank you, Jay, very much. I'm happy to be here. Hello, family and friends of the Radiology Technology class of 2021. I'm happy that you're all here today. My apologies. On the speech in advance, I was asked to speak on short notice just over a month ago, so I wrote this last night. Just want to make sure you guys know. Let me thank you for being here to celebrate the graduation and pinning of our small but hard-working class of 11 that has survived so much in the face of a pandemic. It has been far from easy surviving the changes to course structure and time management in this program that not only challenges you intellectually, professionally, and your perseverance, but also challenges you emotionally to grow as a person, to adapt and overcome to difficult situations, to be compassionate and empathetic in the face of stressful situations, and to be professional during some of the worst times of people's lives. We've chosen this calling and fought for 4 years to be here today to be outstanding, competitive, and well-educated technologists in our career field. Many of us have chosen to not stop at just X-ray, but to continue on to other branches of radiology that may include CT, sometimes known as CAT scans, MRI, ultrasound, and mammography. There are so many doors that are now open to us, and I doubt any of us will settle because we've already fought so hard to be here. This ceremony may show us smiling, but what you don't see are the gallons of tears shed learning all the physics along with all the anatomy and physiology. Like an iceberg in the ocean, people around us see the successes, but the toiling and struggle is 90% below the surface, and the hard work it took to get there can't truly be appreciated for its size. This has given me, personally, a new sense of appreciation for the successes of others and the struggle and sacrifices that they have made to make their dreams come true. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." I've had that in my head every day for years. Believing in yourself and the process working itself out is the first step to make. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Few succeed at their first attempts at their career, and personally, this could be considered my third. Looking at the graduates, you can see that for many, this isn't their first endeavor out of high school. For those who it is, you're fortunate to have this career starting you off on the right foot. For everyone else, better late than never. We should all endeavor to grow personally, inspire the inspirable, and uplift those that have failed before and struggle to rise again. A quote: "You playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. As you let your own light shine, you indirectly give others permission to do the same." I know I don't stand here today being the only graduate hoping to be a source of inspiration to my friends, my family, and especially my children. Today, I am beyond blessed to have my two boys, 4 and 7 years old, with me here today, brothers together for the first time ever in their life. I have them here today, and I'm blessed that they get to see me graduate. My older son, who's 7, lives halfway across the country, and I will be honest that as a broke college student, I couldn't afford visitation. Today, though, he's here, and with this career, I'll be able to provide both for both of them and be there for both of them. I hope that they see me up here today, and if not today, but in the future, and know that education doesn't stop after high school. Know that success is achievable and worth the effort. Anything worth doing in life is never easy, and anything easy is hardly ever worth doing. We didn't choose this career because it was easy, but because it was worth the struggle. My dad is here with me today, and although I know he doesn't ask for the spotlight, I'm going to share with what his light has done for me. My dad is my hero here today, and if you all knew his struggle, you would be inspired too. My dad has very nearly single-handedly raised 3 children alone. He woke up every morning for nearly 2 decades before the sun and didn't come home till it was nearly gone to provide for my siblings and I, who, in retrospect, were definitely some of the most ungrateful teens to ever have. We left him no food, even though it seemed he shopped every single day, and we always seemed to have something to complain about. Although through his light of perseverance, I knew that as long as we don't give up, it's possible. I heard another quote and thought of him. You are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence should be a habit and not an act. Seeing my dad gone before I was up at 6 a.m. for school was me catching him in the act of excellence. And he did it again, and again, and again, for my entire life thus far. I know I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for his determination to provide a better life for me, and I hope to do the same for my children. Last quote. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Probably want to think about that. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity, and pride is the burden of a foolish man. I stand here humble today. I've been difficult in this program, and I've not always been humble, and it's been a hard lesson to learn, but I'm humbled to be here today. An honor to be my class speaker, to speak for 10 other students who have sacrificed so much, invested so much, cried so much, slept so little, and worked so hard to make their dreams come true. We've all read enough books that if we stacked them together, they would be as high as I am tall. And if we printed our assignments instead of typed them, there'd definitely be a forest problem. Run out of trees. I guess if I had to say which was more, either the 1,800 hours of clinical work that we had to put in or the amount of sleep we missed, I honestly couldn't tell you which would be more. I'm just glad that it's done now, and I hope that the PTSD doesn't last for too many years after I'm done here. Let me quote with an anecdotal story I once heard. A little bird was flying south for the winter, and it was so cold the bird froze and fell to the ground in a large field. While it was lying there, a cow came by and dropped some dung on it. As the bird lay there frozen in the pile of cow dung, it began to realize how warm it was. The dung was actually thawing him out. He lay there all warm and happy and soon began to sing for joy. A passing cat heard the bird singing and came to investigate. Following the sound, the cat discovered the bird under the pile of cow dung and promptly dug him out and ate him up. The lesson? Not everybody who craps on you is your enemy. Not everybody who gets you out of crap is your friend. And when you're in deep crap, sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut. Thank you everyone for having me here today. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Marcus.